Welcome everybody to look at another Radiance Films single disc limited edition release, and it is 1972's Slap the Monster on Page 1, which is quite frankly quite a fantastic title, as per usual when it comes to Italian films. And it's film directed by Marco Bellocchio, who I've not seen anything else from before, but this and at least one of his other films have been on my watch list for a long time, so it's great to finally get around to seeing this one. And it's a political thriller clocking in at 87 minutes long. Stars Gian Mario Volonté, who was in 9 other films that I've seen so far. Like a fistful of dollars for a few dollars more. The Circle Rouge and Investigation of a Citizen Above Suspicion. He's also been in 2 other films that Radiance Films have released so far. We Still Kill the Old Way, and The Working Class Goes to Heaven. So, yeah, he's been in plenty of films that I've enjoyed, and this is another one of those films. So, just a few days before the general elections, a young girl from an esteemed family is unfortunately raped and murdered by his auntie, editor-in-chief of a conservative newspaper, tries to derail the official police investigation in order to help the right-wing candidate supported by his boss to win the elections, and they basically try to pin it on the opposition or a person from the opposition, and to make the opposition look like criminals and people that shouldn't be trusted or anything like that. So this is a thoroughly engrossing political thriller that fully condemns the ways in which the media, specifically newspapers, can be used to manipulate and distract the masses, and it feels well ahead of its time in that regard. I don't think I've seen a film earlier than this that has done that kind of thing. There's been some Hollywood ones that have kind of like looked at it in a certain degree, but this is, yeah, fully condemned it, fully behind its views, and doesn't really waver on them at all, which I can highly respect. Its themes are also well realised. Volonte is great in the lead role as the manipulative head of a newspaper. The supporting cast is good. It is well paced, has solid character interactions, which it really needs when it's exploring these kind of themes. It needs to have those character interactions, and although most of the people in this are quite frankly hideous people, there is at least a couple here that you can sympathise with, which is really rather necessary. And it has a decent score. So yeah, really impressed by this. It's not my favourite from Volante, and neither is it my favourite Italian from Radiance Films, but it is overall still a really rather good release, and it gets 4 out of 5. So it's probably one of my. It's definitely as good as Panic in Year Zero, slightly better than The Story of Adele H. And there is the disc, and we also have reversible artwork, which is the original. As far as the original I could actually find online, that is. Might well be other versions of the poster. And then we also get a booklet with a couple of shots from the film. So there's Volante, and another shot from the film. And inside you get your cast and your crew. And then we also get Say Yes to the Freedom of Order, Fake News in the Years of Lead from 2024 by Wesley Shara. And then transfer notes and a credit. So obviously this was released during the the crime thrillers of the 70s. I know there's an Italian term to call it, but I can never pronounce it, so pardon me. But yeah, it's part of those kind of era of films. And granted, this doesn't have any action like those films, but it's definitely in the same kind of vein in terms of being very thematic, very politically minded, and yeah, it's all great in that regard. And then on the disc itself, we forgot that there was that on the reverse sleeve as well. And on the disc itself, we have a 4K restoration of the film from the original negative by Cineteca di Bologna in collaboration with Surf Film and Cavac Film under the supervision of the director Marco Bellocchio. And yeah, the transfer looks absolutely excellent. The sound quality is also really rather good. There's no issues at all in terms of both of those areas. It's got uncompressed mono PCM audio, and then we've got archival interview with the director Marco Bellocchio from clocking in at 20 minutes long. Then we've got newly filmed interview with critic and author Mario Sesti from 2024, clocking in at 25 minutes long. And then we've got an appreciation by filmmaker Alex Cox from 2024, clocking in at 10 minutes long. And then we've got newly improved English subtitle translation. So yeah, I had no issues with the translation whatsoever. There was no misspellings or anything like that. So yeah, really rather good film. There are better, you know, politically minded or thematically weighty films from Italy at the time. Um, like I said, I think it was Investigation of a Citizen Above Suspicion that I enjoy ever so slightly more than this. But yeah, overall, a really, really good effort and another fantastic release from Radiance Films. So yeah, highly recommend it. But if you have seen this film before, I'd like to hear your thoughts on it. But nonetheless, thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.